We are going to show you how to properly wrap and box a TV. First thing we're going to want to do is get our pad ready. So we're just going to lay this flat on the ground here. And we're going to take the TV and put it right upside down carefully, so we can access the legs. And what we don't want to do is let it rest like this on the feet, because if you have like a big TV, it can easily snap the feet off like that. And then we always want to take the feet off, unless it's like a really tiny TV that we can just throw in like a jugger box or something like that. And this cord can just kind of sit on the back here somewhere. You just want to make sure the cord isn't sitting against the screen. And then for TVs, we don't want to use the rubber bands on here because it kind of pulls on the screen a little bit. So we're just going to use tape. You want to be careful not to knee the front of the screen too much. I usually just kind of put the edge of it on my thigh a little bit to help hold it. Now with this style of box, I like to just add another blanket to the bottom to add a little extra cushion. And then we're going to put this right way up. And if it has a lot of wiggle like this, it's usually not the end of the world, but you can also put an extra bit of pad on top to help cushion it. Yeah, and you just want to make sure there's not like clumps of pad pushing on one part of the screen. You want to make sure it's evenly spread across the surface. And we're going to use bands to hold the box closed for a couple of reasons. This will stop the bottom from blowing out, because sometimes the boxes just start to fall apart and then it can just drop the TV out the bottom while you're carrying it. And then the TV feet, these always just go in the parts box. You don't want to put them in here because they can poke the TV and press against the screen and all that. So we're just going to use some zippy to hold these together and keep the hardware in there. And then these can just go in the parts box. And that is how you properly wrap up and box a TV.